In this new series called What If, InHumanly and I will be going over some community what if questions. In this video, we'll be asking the simple question, what if bots never existed in Hypixel Skyblock? What effects it would have on the core game? What effects it would have on the economy? We'll be diving into the question and picking it apart. Firstly, the state of economy at the moment is in shambles. The current economy is way too blown up for what it is, driving a massive gap between the rich and the poor people with very minimal ways for people to catch up in wealth. One of the main reasons for this is bots, and I'm going to show you why. If there is a bot farming cobblestone or sugarcane, it's causing issues for the game. If one person decides they want to use 9 ores that they have to bot cane, and they can farm cane efficiently at a profit of 2 million coins per hour. This is 18 million coins per hour that a person is making. Then they are also leaving this running for around 24 hours, making that person 432 million in the day. When this gets sold or transferred to people, it is detected. However, as Hypixel bans manually, the account isn't banned instantly. This gives people time to go and believe that they won't get their items removed and buy items for a higher price than it's worth, because money becomes a throwaway item for them. As the economy has been hyperinflated due to the people doing the following, what effects does it have on the rest of the people? This results in items such as dragon pets being absurdly expensive. It has also changed certain game mechanics such as dungeons.
Now, most of you I'm sure view dungeons as a money-making method. Now, as this is true, dungeons does make money for people, but have you ever thought about the effects dungeon has on the economy as a whole? Every time you purchase an item from dungeons to flip for profit, let's say a recombobulator, this will cost you 5 million coins. If you were to flip it and sell it on the bazaar, it will sell for around 6.2 million coins, and you would have profited 1.2 million. Now, as you have 1.2 million profit, where is the 5 million gone? The 5 million has been permanently withdrawn from the economy, and that will not be seen again. 5 million does not seem like too much, but with 52 unique accessories in the game, this will mean that per player, 260 million coins must be spent just to recombobulate all of the person's talismans. This doesn't even include their weapons or armors. This was similar with Slayers, however the main issue with Slayers had to deal with was clicker bots. Nothing as big as currently, which is arguably because of the bazaar limiting the amount of items a player can purchase from vendors. Now, I'm not saying the bazaar was a bad addition to the game, it was definitely needed to prevent the game from becoming a cookie clicker clone. However, I'm just identifying one of the causes of the economy rising. Due to the amount of money being made considerably lower, Slayers only needed to charge around 50,000 per tier 4, whereas now, into dungeons, a single book purchased from an NPC can cost you 85 million for only a slight 8% stat increase from the tier below it. If bots never existed in Hypixel Skyblock, the dungeons chests wouldn't be as expensive as they are, neither would the books in the dungeons NPCs.
It has been known that Hypixel is using a lot of their resources on tackling the issues of IRL trading and scripts, but how does this affect you guys, the people that are playing legit? The issue right now that people seem to identify is content, specifically new content to the game and the lack of updates. Personally, I believe it can be put down to the resources spent on finding, banning and fixing the IRL trading and scripting issues. If these bots didn't exist, the game would most likely be much further in development phase than it is right now. There would have been more people to work on dungeons when it was initially teased, with an update coming a lot sooner than it has. Team would most likely be working on the next dungeon instead. IRL trading and scripting has caused so much downtime and resources wasted that couldn't have been applied to the game in updates. Instead, here's what Simon had to say about it. We are spending tons of resources, time and money on this game mode. We fix dozens and hundreds of exploits, dupes and bugs per week. Something people don't really see, but that takes up most of our time. SB is the only game that wakes the team up at 4 AM with alerts weekly. That means that the SB team working on content is often being pulled to work on issues. That being said, we are aware and refocusing content in the coming weeks to make it less likely to increase maintenance of updates.
In summary, Simon stated that fixing dupes, bugs, and exploits that are found by IRL traders in order to make money and trade for IRL money is constantly waking the dev team up every week. Simon also stated that developers are being dragged away from their content updates to keep working on the game in a functional state due to these issues that appear. It has also been noted that in the next few weeks they'll be focusing more on the content updates, and I believe this is down to the amount of IRL traders and bugs that they have spent patching into the back of the development of the game where it is seriously needed right now, keeping the game functional. However, with a functional game, content updates are needed to keep the game enjoyable. This is something that I can see that the dev team knows very well. Now, most of you I'm sure don't exactly know how gems are going to help the game and would normally just think that it's a way for Simon to make money. However, I'm going to be showing you guys that this is not the case. Do you know Hasko? Time Deals Co-op? Well, if you're not aware, he was a member of the HBC. This is the Hypixel Player Council, and just today he was promoted to becoming admin on the server. He is now a games designer and is going to be working on adding new content to the game, similar to how J.R. Barman does his work. He is also going to be balancing the game and making sure that nothing like what happened with the Livid Dagger, a weapon which broke the game for a good week, out-damaging weapons like the AOTD while the drag pay is equipped, and a 50mm Gilded Midas, and even a Shadow Fury, the rarer, more expensive sword from that floor. If I can say so myself, Hasko is the perfect choice for this, as Hasko is actually a top 100 player according to the weight calculator, and this is one of the highest skill averages on the server. This means he'll be able to put his knowledge as a player to use when it comes to designing updates, and quite literally just add what he would have wanted to play himself. What updates would you like to see on Hypixel next? Leave your ideas in the comments. Also, I noticed on the YouTube rank situation, this is just a case of being patient. Similar to the Specular Potato and Specular Burrito situation, their ranks are 1 month apart. We're expecting this to be the case where Mekz was awarded the rank first and possibly I get it later. Also, people speculating that I was denied, this wasn't the case. They decided to award the rank to Mekz, who is not under dispute, and continue to investigate my involvement. Just clearing things up for you guys. With this being the first video of a new series, I'm going to ask you guys to tell me what you thought of the video. Let me know by putting it in the comments down below. Also tell me what questions we should dive into next video. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and like. We've smashed 30k subscribers already, let's try to get 31k with this video. That's all from us today, peace.